Hi, friends. Welcome back to our show. And this is episode number 3. And once again, with us, Mr. Atra is here. And today we are going to talk about the role of spirituality in relationships, especially, the youngsters who are facing multiple problems, peer pressure, or, breakups, and the couples. We are going to discuss a lot of things with Mr. Atra. Thank you, sir. Once again, you're here with us. Sir, let's start with the kids only. How the mindfulness or the spirituality can help them in, especially in the growing stage. Hormones are changing. There's a lot of peer pressure. There's no clarity. Sometimes they become less confident in their approach. What do you think? How?
I think overthinking is happening.
Yes.
A lot of stress is there today. I think youngsters are facing more pressure than ever before. And social media is adding to that pressure, expectation. Everybody cannot get into IIT or IAS or the Indian cricket team. So they think that if I could not make it there, I will fail, which is not true. I would say no human being is a failure until he or she convinces himself that he or she is a failure. So I think spirituality is the only answer. So working on your inner castle, your inner mind, your mindset, your confidence, and that comes from meditation, calmness, balance, from spiritual practice, connecting with God, being thankful to God
Right.
for what you have.
Right.
We are always frustrated. I don't have this, I don't have that, the neighbor has this, neighbor has that. So we should thank the Lord for what we have, parents, family, whatever you have. We have a fit body, mind, and soul. So if you are, even if you're suffering, you have an ailment, thank the Lord for whatever you have.
Right.
And move forward. So I think a youngster can be a little more grateful, and then will be better.
Right. And when I talk about when I go to my sessions, when I'm handling the upcoming managers, or you can say those who are joining new to their offices. So as you said that overthinking is a major problem, and for overthinking they can always go for a nature walk, and nature can also heal us. And I would like to add over here that everything like breath work, nature walk, meditation, this is all. मैं हमेशा मजाक में बोलती हूँ, is there any GST involved or income tax involved in this? And they laugh, कि सब कुछ free है फिर भी हम करते नहीं है. So sir, what do you think about आजकल एक ट्रेंड चला है जैसे सिचुएशनशिप पे लोग बात करते हैं, और आप इसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
ये बहुत सारे शिप्स आ गए हैं आजकल. एक मैंने सुना कुछ डेशनशिप, सिचुएशनशिप, वो पता नहीं क्या क्या. So basically these are fads and trends. जैसे हम पहले बात कर रहे थे.
जी.
Human beings are ultimately truth is truth, a lie is a lie, anger is anger, love is love. So we have to really look at our basic world. Trends and fads will come and go. So if you are a good human being from within, you're confident, you're empathetic. So I think youngsters need to basically work on their attitude, their confidence, their calmness, their creative thinking. Creativity is a great asset.
Right.
They need to read more books.
Right.
They need to watch out for their faults and try to improve their confidence. If they're not able to be good public speakers, now we are before a camera. If you're camera shy, then you need to practice.
Right.
You need to improve your courage from within.
Absolutely.
So I think working on yourself instead of running out of time. We are always running. We don't really take time to pause and reflect.
Yeah, yeah.
At a young age, if we start doing that, then we become better and better and better. We have to work on your inner qualities.
Right. So the 4 components of the inner being, you can say we can start with the physical activity. Physical activity में भी बच्चे जो है youth जो है they don't prefer they don't prefer to go for a running, or they're all sitting with technology. They are more comfortable in their own den actually. So I always tell them that कि physical activity से आपका रजस जो है वो बहुत कम होगा. Overthinking जो है वो physical activity से ही कम होगी.
Okay.
Sir, another segment I would like to touch over here. During COVID or now also, a lot of divorces are happening in India or maybe all over the world. So what message would you like to give to those the I think so. The clash between husband and wife, if I'm not wrong, it's the ego, mainly is the ego clash. And how spirituality can help us to overcome.
Yeah, it can really help. I mean, the more balanced and when we see the bigger picture of life, why have we come on this earth? What is the goal? फलाने ने क्या बोला, उसने क्या बोला, these things, they don't matter that. Your husband said something, your wife said something, you are thinking about it, or your cousin said something, 5 years later you are still angry. This is not the way to live. The way to live is to minimize these provocations and raise the level of your consciousness,
जी,
which is a spiritual
right.
act. I am not an expert, but I would say husbands and wives need to be patient with each other, need to understand that nobody is perfect. When they got married, they thought this person is perfect. But now imperfections are showing. Obviously, they will show
Yeah,
because there's nothing perfect. So I think understanding and becoming friends over the years is the only way, because the bubble will burst. And one saint, Swami Anand Moiji, he was speaking on this very fact. He says, falling in love and love are two different things. So he says the first 1 year you're fallen in love, you're crazy, you got a kind of halo around that person. बाद में पंक्चर हो जाता है, बाद में वो reality आ जाती है.
right.
So I think he means that true love is about friendship, understanding. And the person is not perfect. Sometimes you have a fight out, but you come back. There is one elderly couple in Sholini University, Dr. Khosla and Mrs. Khosla. They are at their 85, 86 age now, or 84. So Khosla Sahab says, we fight, but before sleeping we make up कि कल सुबह तक ये fight जारी नहीं रहेगी. Next day, fresh start.
Right.
So I think you have a bit of practice, some equation, some method, and work together.
Yeah.
So I think friendship is very important in a
Very beautifully you said. And even in Buddha's philosophy, when we talk about the right understanding, the right thinking, the right mindfulness, these are the beautiful components which we can use in our relationship. And when we talk about the heartfulness, sir, there are four factors. They are very beautiful factors. One is mudita. Mudita is prasanta, and upeksha, equanimity. So all these factors, self-love, when you are improving yourself, so that the other person can also, you can be the example for the other person. I think so in relationship कि आप improve हो रहे हैं, आप अपनी मन बुद्धि चित्त पर काम कर रहे हैं, so दूसरा व्यक्ति भी पूरा प्रयत्न करेगा उस पे काम करने का. So, in the end of the conversation, sir, what message would you like to give, especially for the youngsters?
So I think you're absolutely right when you say that we can't change others, we have to work on ourselves. So the saying is, change yourself if you want to change the other.
Ji.
So if I am not reacting in a certain way anymore, the other person will ultimately realize that the equation has changed, this person is calmer. So I also need to become calm.
Right.
So change yourself. And equanimity is something which is titiksha, say in Sanskrit. So titiksha is something which I would give an example of MS Dhoni. Dhoni, without celebrating too much, without getting angry too much, he led a career which was exemplary, largely a great cricketer. And even today, he's an icon because of his economy, because of his personality, his calmness. And I think everybody cannot be that much, but
Right.
we can try.
Right.
Why should we overdo the celebration? And everybody's feeling bad and jealous, and overdo the anger also, jealousy, hatred. So calm down,
Balancing.
balance, focus on the mindfulness part, celebrate your success, and go on to the next part.
Right.
And if you have a failure, bounce back.
Yeah, bounce back.
One of my books is known as Gobeti Bounces Back.
Ji.
Another book is known as It's Still a Wonderful Life.
Right.
So if that attitude is it's very easy, of course, for you and me to say all these
Talk
things.
about, yes.
When we are tested in life, maybe we are also going to be rattled. But you try and improve from what you were before. That is the key.
Right. So, in the end, I would like to quote once again with Shri Shri. Shri Shri always says that changing boat is not a solution. कि आपको एक पार्टनर में ऐसा लग रहा है तो आपको लग रहा है यहाँ पे डाइवोर्स हो जाएगा तो आपको नेक्स्ट पार्टनर मिलेगा. So how do you know that next partner में कुछ और कमी होगी?
और कमी होगी।
है ना? और हम सब कोई perfect तो है नहीं. We are all improving. And another thing which he really says that, you know, never hurt the male's ego. और मेल्स को वो बोलते हैं कि आप कभी भी अपनी फीमेल की इमोशंस को हर्ट मत करिए, और फीमेल्स को बोलते हैं कि आप मेल की कभी ईगो मत हर्ट करिए. मतलब अगर किसी वाइफ को, अगर हस्बैंड को डांटना है तो सबके सामने नहीं डांटना, उनको अकेले में जाके डांटना, सामने नहीं डांटना चाहिए.
लेडीज को भी नहीं डालना चाहिए, अभी भी किसी के साथ.
राइट. और मैं पूरी उम्मीद करती हूँ कि ये एपिसोड से आपको बहुत फायदा हुआ होगा. एंड थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू.